Well, welcome back to this introduction of Generation Self-Employed. We want to pick up where we left off and begin to talk about the second of those three trends affecting self-employment, that being how government regulations are affecting jobs. An important regulation that is affecting all businesses, but especially small businesses, is the Health Care Act. The Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare, is causing companies to reduce the number of full-time employees that they have. You see, companies must provide health care if they have over 50 employees. And an employee is considered to be full-time if they work at least 30 hours a week. Now, there's a lot of question as to exactly what this means in terms of implementing these regulations and their impacts on business. In the February 22nd, 2013 issue of the Wall Street Journal, that newspaper reported that a 2011 Hudson Institute study estimated that the Obamacare mandate will cost just the franchise industry alone $6.4 billion and put over 3 million jobs at risk. The writers of the Wall Street Journal continued, but the damage won't be limited to franchisees or restaurants. A 2012 survey of employers by the Mercer consulting firm found that 67% of retail and wholesale firms that don't offer insurance coverage today are more inclined to change their workforce strategy so that fewer employees meet the 30-hour-a-week threshold. This week, Nigel Travis, the CEO of Dunkin' Donuts, asked Congress to change the health law's definition of full-time to 40 hours a week from 30 hours, so worker hours won't have to be cut. Paul Christensen believes that small businesses may convert employees into small businesses to avoid the cost of these regulations. He writes, "Don't fire staff to avoid the 50-employee trigger. Make them corporations." To most business owners, outsourcing means shipping jobs overseas. However, in the protean sense, Christensen writes, it means having tasks performed in the context of contractual relationships as opposed to an employment relationship. It's not about replacing employees with contractors, but about replacing employees with corporations. In other words, taking a W-2 employee and converting him or her into a small business LLC in which you have a business-to-business contractual relationship. In the context of Obamacare, a small business could go protean by offering current employees contracts for doing their current work as a corporate entity instead of as an employee. The result can be a wave of entrepreneurship, new company creation, business growth, and economic freedom. HR professionals are already struggling to find the talent they need in this turbulent regulatory environment. Consulting firms that advise HR professionals are marketing webinars on this very topic. In Burson by Deloitte's February 26, 2013 webinar, Predictions for Corporate Talent, Leadership, and HR, that consulting firm examined how staffing management is changing in the wake of the global recession. Here's what they said in their webinar promotional materials. 54% of companies are highly concerned about their global leadership pipelines. Driven by social technologies, organizations have become highly flattened, and it is now estimated that as many as 40% of all employees work part-time or on a contractual basis. Business speed requires agility, and in order to create organizational agility, the people strategies must be right. Well, once again, we'd like to suggest that you stop the video. Take a few minutes to digest what we've just said. Talk to some local small business owners. How are they responding to changes in laws and regulations? How do these changes affect where you work? Discuss this with someone, friends, family, or coworkers.